What's up, everybody? You've probably seen it, a video on TikTok saying, if you're watching this, you are in group 7. So if you're here, you're in group 7? Is that what that means? Overnight, friends, millions of people started calling themselves part of group 7. No one knows what it means. No one knew what it means. There was no purpose, no community, but there was a label, and it has spread like wildfire. In this episode, we are going to break down why trends like Group 7 are more than just internet fun. They're a live demonstration of how distractions and manipulations operate inside our modern attention system, and how we can take our power back. And my hope is that by the end of this episode, you're going to understand exactly how to recognize when your awareness is being harvested and what you can do to stay awake in a world that profits from being asleep. So here's what happened. A couple of days ago, singer Sophia James uploaded 7 short videos to TikTok, testing the algorithm. Each video was labeled Group 1 through Group 7. The 7th one, Group 7, went viral. And within hours, millions of people around the world were proudly identifying themselves as being part of Group 7. Stitches were happening, duets were happening. People were creating memes and declaring their allegiance with this group, but they didn't even know what the group was, what it was for, or where it came into being. And this is a perfect example of how the game works. A meaningless idea became an identity. Think about that. Curiosity became commitment, and the algorithm turned it into gold. What began as just a test became proof that the system doesn't need to convince you. It only needs your attention. And with that attention, people have blown up their TikTok pages by simply creating videos saying, if you're part of group 7. And that's fine. But when we really look at it, what is happening? And this falls right into alignment with the warrior's path, this new thing that I am birthing that is coming to be about our awareness. And in the warrior's path, there are 3 layers of this battle that we can think of. And if we come to the most simplest form of all of it, right, there's a system, the outer architect or the distraction. And we can say it's an evil entity, it's the shadow, whatever it is. The system creates this distraction. And then there's a fog. And the fog is the inner programming that says everybody's doing it, so it must matter. Everybody's part of group 7. I want to be part of group 7. And then there's the field, literally the field of all of it. And that's the awareness that sees through both, sees through the distraction and sees through the fog coming to the present moment. The group 7 effect sits right at the intersection of all 3 of these. The system created the bait. Sure, it was the singer that said, hey, I'm going to do this to test the system. But the system was already there. The system created the bait. The fog simply whispered, you should join. Don't you wish you were part of group 7? And the field, your awareness, either saw it for what it was or got pulled in and said, I want to be part of group 7. And this isn't about judging anyone. It's simply about seeing the pattern in real time as it is happening. This is a perfect example of our awareness and our distractions. Every scroll, every click, every trend is an invention for you to drift or for you to awaken. Awareness is your weapon, and simplicity is your shield, my friends. And when you pause before reacting, when we take a moment before reposting, when we take a moment before identifying with, you take your awareness back from the system. You take your awareness back from the field. You take your power back from the system that is focusing and feeding on your fear, on your attention. And that is how we start winning this invisible war for our own awareness. Now, this isn't Sophia, the singer-songwriter's fault for doing this. This is just the system that we live in. So this is a challenge for all of you this week. Notice where you're consciously and unconsciously participating in someone else's experiment. Where are you consciously or unconsciously participating in someone's experiment? And what if it is all just an experiment to see where your attention is? When you feel the pull to react, what if we stop and breathe? And we ask ourselves, whose attention system am I feeding right now? Am I feeding my attention system or am I feeding theirs? Am I giving my attention and my power away? Or am I keeping my attention and my power for myself and the things that I'm creating? Am I getting closer to the kingdom of God that resides within me? Or am I getting pulled further away from it? If you want a simple way to start retraining and focusing your attention and your awareness, I have a very short 3 to 4 page PDF that I created. It's the Simplicity Starter Kit. And it's practical steps to bring you back to you. The link is right here. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is literally right there. Click that, grab the free download. The link is also in the show notes. You can find it and in my Stan store at stan.store/Joe_Longo. That link is in the show notes as well. And once we start putting in the practice to start bringing our awareness back, to start being able to recognize the distraction, the manipulation, and bring it back to ourselves, we then create our own power. We create our own reality. We become the creator. So if you're part of a group 7 or not part of group 7 means absolutely nothing. I invite you to come back to you. I invite you to pick up that Simplicity Starter Kit. I invite you to think for yourself, to have some discernment, and remember that you are an infinite, sovereign, creative being. You are part of all of the groups. Let's all take our power back. I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday as we explore our countdown to episode 1000. We are getting really close to episode 1000. We're going to start doing a look back over the past 1,000 episodes and the top 5 episodes that you all loved the most. We're going to touch base with all of them over the next couple days. Join me in this celebration of our upcoming 1000th episode. Thanks for being here, my friends. I love and appreciate you all. Get out there. Have a great day.